guys, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Babs. Thank you for all the new subscribers. I see you guys falling through. I see all the videos being watched, all the likes, you guys leaving comments. I really do appreciate all of it. Welcome to all the new people who just found this channel. We're about to get into another Baddies review, and this one is episode 5 for Baddies Caribbeans, and it's called Drown You. So we open up the show where we left off at the last time, with Tommie riding in on that white horse like she came to save the baddies. So Natalie is towards the back of the group, towards the ocean. She is fire hot mad, saucy as a motherfucker, because Tommie had made such a grand entrance on the damn show. Jayla is in her confessional talking to my son. Yeah, she rode up on that white horse, but you about to get your ass whooped by my bitch, so you might as well have walked. Jayla, I know we gotta big up our friends at all given points, but Nelly is not about to drag no Tommie, baby. I don't know if you could drag a Tommie, but we're gonna proceed. Biggie is in her confessionals saying she's the one who told Tommie to pull up at the beach. And she said, yeah, I was being a little messy when I did it, but hey, y'all want to be mad because my girl got creativity. So Tommie is speaking to all the girls. Hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? I'm Tommie. Hey. But Gretchen wasn't trying to hear that shit. Gretchen said, fuck all that. Jayla, bring your ass back to the front. I was like, no, Gretchen, you still ready to fight, baby. How many knots across your damn head do you need? Gretchen is trying to explain herself once again about this whole N-word. And I'm like, oh my girl, please let it go. Give it up. We're tired. Jayla is like, what is you not understanding? You not black, so you cannot say it. If you continue to say it, I'm going to continue to whoop your ass. That's plain and simple. Ain't nothing else for us to talk about. Gretchen steps up to the middle, and then she apologizes again for saying the word. And she explains that she does not mean anything racist about it. She was like, Meatball had snuck her, and it pissed her off, so she was mad. So, you know Meatball. Meatball like, I never snuck you. She said, yes, you did. She said, and that was some lame N-word shit. Gretchen, oh my God, it cannot be this dang on hard. First of all, me and my sister was having a conversation about her continuously saying the N-word and how, it's not something that we use in our everyday language like that, especially as a woman. Now the fellas, yeah, they get mad, they might throw that word out a lot, but as women don't really say that too much. You know what I'm saying? We might, unless we're talking about a boy, then we'll say that, you know what I'm saying? But as a woman, me talking about you and me having a problem with you, it would never been like that's some lame N-word shit. It was like, bitch, you lame as a motherfucker for even doing that. You should square it up with me head on. Like, that's what we say. So I'm like, Gretchen, at some point, I feel like it's not just a slip up. It's what you're doing to keep a storyline on this show, and we're tired. It's giving tired. We don't want to hear it no more. Drop down in the comment section if you think that Gretchen really just say that word like that, or you think it's a way to keep her on the show because that's giving her a bona fide storyline, because everybody's going to spend every waking moment of the day trying to teach her how to not say the N-word, and we don't want to hear about it. So, Gretchen dropped the N-word again. Get back to the story, girl. Okay, I got you. The security guards, they grab up Gretchen because Jayla was about to go across her dome again. So they carried her away from the group because, enough is enough. She's talking about some, these bitches real corny. They know I'm not on no racist shit. I just apologize. I don't get it. And we understand you will never get it. So, you know, Tommie, she walks up to her and she was like, why is everybody saying that you saying the N-word to a bunch of N-words? I was like, Tommie, really? Gretchen tells her that she's Puerto Rican, and Tommie said, in black? And she said, no, I'm just Puerto Rican. See what I'm saying? We missing that key component, which is black, meaning you can't say it. She says in her country, that word doesn't mean nothing. And Tommie is letting her know in this country, that word means a lot. So if a bunch of girls are telling you to stop saying it, just stop saying it. Gretchen was like, I just can't help it, my N-word. So Tommie looked, it was like, really? So now at this point, Tommie feel disrespected because here I am coming over here to, you know, talk to you and get you some understanding and understanding you, and you drop the word at me. She walks away from Gretchen, telling her, you had to mean it in a derogatory way for them girls to be this upset about it. And, you know, Gretchen, she's still trying to talk to Tommie and get her point. She's following Tommie down the beach because Tommie at this point, you know, don't walk away. And security stopped her like, all right, girl, that's enough. Meatball is like, you know, Tommie is looking real fine, but I'm just trying to figure out who she here for. Well, Meatball is damn sure ain't you because she don't know who the fuck you is. Mariah is like, she had met Tommie once and Tommie was really sweet to her. And she said, even though I'm real friends with Natalie, I don't have a problem with Tommie and I don't want to be in the midst of their drama. So Natalie is now, since Tommie done made it back to, you know, the girls, Natalie's over there by the ocean telling Tommie come in so she can drown her. So, you know, Tommie's like, oh, no, I can't. I'm scared. You know, I can't swim. Oh, I can't be by the water. No. So, why Tommie, you know, putting on a little character show, Natalie comes from the other side and tries to sneak her. So, okay, since you want to fight, let's go ahead and fight. Get squared up. So, they square up and they start fighting. So, Natalie, if she can only stay on her 2 feet. The problem is, Natalie be, you know, just swinging. And then she put the head down. And then, you next thing you know, she falls. And because her head, the wig, she be having it up in these little styles on top. The weight distribution, she got these big-ass titties. She just be tumbling over. What you got to do, Natalie, is keep that head up, posture good, and then just, you know, start swinging. Don't be windmilling either because that's going to make you, you know, put your head down. That's your problem. See, if she would have stayed upright and fought really head on, she probably could have won that fight with Tommie. Because what Tommie underestimated about Natalie is Natalie's been fighting on Baddies for about 5 years now. So, I mean, once you keep fighting, and Natalie ain't fighting no little girl. She ain't fighting people who really can't fight. She fighting some people who, you know, have some hands, except for Tesehki. She ain't fighting her. But I don't blame her. So, you know, she done got a lot of practice in. Tommie probably does not fight on a day-to-day basis like Natalie do. So Natalie done got a little better, but she just cannot keep her posture up. So once again, I'm going to have to give that round to Tommie. But for me, it was s1e5 in the confessional narrating that fight. It was like, she going do-do-do. And Tommie go, bop, bop, tap. I was like, girl. Okay, s1e5, you winning back some brownie points this season because, you know, you lost them all last season. After the fight, Natalie, you know, she tired. And she starts walking off talking about something. Oh, no, let her live for another day. We can fight another day. I'm done. It's over with. Natalie is in her confessional saying she had to square up with Tommie because she had been online talking shit. And so if y'all don't know, Tommie did do an interview with Jason Lee. And Natalie, I didn't watch the whole interview. I just watched the clip that was posted that she was talking about, the baddies and Natalie. And she was talking about Natalie's husband. She did speak on Natalie having, this side piece, which we later found out was what's dude from Bad Boys Club named Curtis, which was, out of all the men that has graced the Bad Boys Club, why Curtis? She could have picked that other boy from the second season. He was the light-skinned one. He had the full beard. He had the hair. Oh, maybe that reminds her too much of her husband now that I think about it. Anybody but Curtis. Curtis was lame, baby. He was lame as a fuck. He had no braids to the back. And they didn't have no hang time. Natalie, you gotta be for real when you gonna step out on your husband. So that's what she's talking about with Tommie talking about her. So, of course, Tommie is still hot and she ready to fight and no one's letting her get to Natalie. So, Natalie in the parking lot thinking she Chung Lee, talking about something, everybody want to make me the bad guy. You ain't never going to see a bad guy like me again. Girl, shut up. So, Tommie is now walking throughout the parking lot. She looking at every Sprinter, every van, every black SUV, looking for Natalie ass because she ain't damn done with her. So, Natalie popping her shit in the parking lot was like, oh, Tommie, you're leaving so soon? Where you going? And Tommie's like, oh, no, I'm not leaving. You're exactly who I was looking for. So, here they go. They're going back and forth. Tommie's getting mad because the security is blocking her from getting to Natalie. And she want her to fight her head up. Like, you want to sneak, bitch. Let's square up. Let's really fight. So, in the midst of, I don't even know, next thing I know, Tommie slaps the real tall white security guy man that be standing there all the time. She slapped fire to him, which makes Natalie jump towards Tommie. I guess she was, protecting the security guard man. And Tommie, you really need to be careful, honey. That's a big ass dude. And for you to just slap him like that, you are lucky that man is a true professional. Because what if that man would have had a lapse of judgment and backhanded your ass? What would you gonna say? What were we gonna do? Cause part of me is like, dang, security man, you wrong. But I'm also looking like, Tommie, why did you hit the security man like that? That is ridiculous. So, they get kind of broke up again once Natalie tried to, run up on her because she stopped the security man. So then Tommie runs up again and catches Natalie while Natalie is in her car. So the security is trying their best to kind of separate the two girls. But in the midst of them trying to separate them, they grabbed Tommie's hands, which gave Tommie a disadvantage. And that's when Natalie was able to get her in a headlock and start uppercutting her ass real good. So when Tommie got out loose from the uppercut and the arm, in that headlock, she was on top of Natalie and she was getting her punches in. But once again, the security grabbed her hands and Tommie wasn't feeling that shit. Part of me is like, maybe there was some untrained people on staff because why would you grab her hands? And part of it's like, I think they did that shit on purpose. Because I can't hit your ass back, but bitch, I can make sure your ass can't get no hits in on your next fight. This situation pisses Tommie off because one, you're not letting me get to her, and then when I do get to her, you holding my hands, and she wasn't feeling that, so she got pissed off and she left the set. So, we see Tommie getting medical help, and Natalie did get Tommie good because Tommie nose was bleeding. And I was like, damn. Natalie is yelling in the parking lot. You rolled up like you God. Well, guess what, bitch? I'm the devil. I'm gonna be the devil. And I was like, Tommie was online making it seem like this was some whole Illuminati thing before, the episode dropped, talking about, well, she the devil. She calling herself the devil, this and that, blah, blah. And I was like, Tommie, you really stretched that. Y'all know y'all could take a mustard seed and making it to a watermelon, or however the damn saying go. Scotty and Jayla, they end up coming over after the fight, and they was hearing about it, and Aubrey congrats Natalie on whooping Tommie's ass. And I was like, I wouldn't say Natalie whooped her ass. Tommie won a round, and Natalie won a round. They both won their rounds. Confetti for both of them. Aubrey is in her confessional saying how it seems that Natalie is mad because Tommie rolled up on that horse and made such a grand interest on her show. And I do believe part of it is that. But I'm like, Natalie, you done pulled up on private jets. If you can't think of nothing to you make yourself be stand out from the rest of the girls, that's not Tommie's fault that she thought of that before you. I'm just saying. So the rest of the girls, they're looking stuck because they left on the beach confused on what the fuck is going on at this point. The new girls are off to, the side, and they're talking. It was like, hey, I guess we're not going to know who's getting replaced, but we know somebody do need to get replaced, so make sure y'all doing y'all big ones. And I'm looking like y'all talking to them as if y'all probably not going to be the ones that going to get replaced, because I'm pretty sure we already know whose spots are solidified. We know Natalie's spot is secure. Scotty and Jayla's definitely secured. Sapphire's not going nowhere. Mariah's not going nowhere. Biggie, she teeter-totter. But because she's keeping up this shit with Tommie, I feel like Biggie might make it throughout the whole season. And then she might decide that I'm over it and she's going to leave because she's going to ride for her friend Tommie. The rest of you bitches is disposable. So I don't know what y'all over there talking about, telling them to, make sure they doing a big one. Who do you think they about to do the big one on? Y'all, duh. Now the OGs is over to the other side, plus Bianca, because, she knew, but whatever. I don't think she's going anywhere either because she's supposed to be the celebrity of the thing. Girl, please. They was like, yo, is the party over? Let's go ahead and head back to our sprinter because I'm over this. So while Tesehki is going back to his sprinter, for some reason, she starts to get very, very irritated. And then she catches glance of Jelly Bean. And now she remembers that she owes Jelly Bean an ass whooping. Now, why do Tesehki want to fight Jelly Bean? If you watch the show Bad vs. Wild, on the first episode, it was Natalie and the Baddies versus Jocelyn and the Cabaret Girls. Before the show could even get good and damn started, Tesehki was talking to somebody in the crowd, talking about move away from my man. You're not supposed to be standing there. You want me to make you a star? And so everybody was real confused on who she talking to. And she's like, I'm talking to her. She know who I'm talking to. She need to move. We never saw the girl. Well, apparently that girl was Jelly Bean. And she was like, I owe her ass whooping for standing next to my man. I was like, why is Tesehki giving Beyonce version of Jolene right now? Who is your man? And why do you think that Jelly Bean wants your man? Scotty's trying to calm her down and saying, hey, it's not worth it. But Tesehki, she's not trying to hear none of that. So Jelly Bean, she's hearing all this commotion and she realizes it's about her. So in her confessional, she explains her side of the story. And she says how she was confused because back in Vegas at the casino, they had talked about it and they had squashed it, so she really unsure why she still got a problem. So Jelly Bean walks on over so she can get an understanding of what the issue still is. Jelly Bean is like, you said back at the casino that you were sorry, you were drunk, and it really wasn't a big deal. Tesehki said, no, that's not what I said. I said, okay, Natalie said you her homegirl, so it's cool, it's fine, let it go. And I did, but now it keeps dawning on me what you did, and I'm gonna beat your ass because you should have never been by my man. Now, Jelly Bean is like, don't nobody want your man, girl. I did not want your man. I was not standing over there because I wanted to be by your man. None of that. So, while they going back and forth with each other, we see Mariah come out of nowhere and two-piece of Jelly Bean. Mariah in her confessional talking about who she thinks she talking to because she not talking to my bitch like that. Mariah. Tesehki don't need no help. The fuck? Like, stand your ground, baby. Like, she pissing me off with all that sneaking shit this season. And for these dumbass reasons. Sapphire is in a confessional talking about I can understand that you don't want to fight the Hulk. Because, hell, I don't want to fight the Hulk. But how the hell you gonna let Mighty Mouse hit you and you not hit her back? No disrespect to Mariah, but Mariah is definitely giving Mighty Mouse. Jelly Bean tells Tesehki that she's just jealous of her. Tesehki says she's an animal. And Callie beat your ass. And I can do it too. And she was like, and don't think that I have to fight you. I got my people. They'll fight you for me. Girl, finally security is like, baby, please, we is tired. Y'all getting these buses so y'all can get the fuck on somewhere. So y'all know it's the next day. So now we got to sit with each group of girls and, recap the night before. So first off is Meatball, Biggie, Natalie, and Slim. They come all over, and Biggie is already irritated with Natalie and Slim because they was a part of the group last night that was blasting music and playing in the pool, and apparently her room is on that side, which I was like, that's a bad room that you picked, Biggie, because I would have picked something that was not going to be where everybody want to hang out at. But, that's just me. So she was like, I know y'all kept me up all night, and I'm not really feeling that. Natalie is like, girl, we are on an island. What are you complaining for? And Biggie said, because we're here, and we ain't did nothing since we got here but fight. When is we going to get to the bag? So that is like, listen, this is your third season. We're not getting to a bag until we can get everything settled. We don't need to bring no problems to our hostings. Biggie is like, the past 2 nights, things has been crazy. So that's the reason why she brought Tommie on the show. So everybody's like, oh, so you the one who set your friend up to get beat up? That's what you do? And, Biggie's like, oh, my friend didn't get beat up. My friend didn't get beat up. Slim is like, why would you invite Tommie out here knowing that Natalie don't fuck with her? And she ended up getting beat up. Biggie defends Tommie against Natalie, who keeps insisting that she won both those fights because Tommie is knotted up and she still look good. And Biggie's like, yeah, you look good, but my friend not knotted up. Tommie is not knotted up. So Biggie says that she was done with this conversation. It was getting weird. So she's about to go have a conversation with her girl and see these so-called knots that's supposed to be all across her head. She also tells Slim that she needs to keep the same energy when my friend gets here. Since you keep talking about some drop a pin, make sure you stay on that same energy. Slim is like, you talking about that same friend who didn't even care about you, and that's how I be feeling each damn time. Cause that girl literally said, "Believe him." That shit was rude. Slim says that she does not have a personal issue with Tommie, but she cannot, stop the fact that shit is funny. Like, I'm going to laugh and I'm going to join in on the fun. But it is giving all y'all is dick riding Natalie. Because for y'all to think that Natalie won, because first of all, Slim, you only seen the fight on the beach. And if you only seen the fight on the beach, baby, you know good and damn well Natalie lost that fight. Tommie Tommie at one point literally had Natalie hair, and when the security was trying to pull her, she still had Natalie hair, and she drugged Natalie across the beach. Baby, no. Scotty ended up meeting up with Diamond. Scotty says, I never really get to see you, and when I do see you, you're always kind of standoffish. And Diamond says, because she has beef with Tinka, aka Tinka, and she got to keep her eye on her. Yeah, I'm so tired of this beef too. I'm sorry. I'm tired of the Gretchen N-word storyline, and I'm tired of Diamond and Tinka fighting audition, fighting wigs, fighting. I'm tired of them. Let this be their last episode. Scotty is over all of this and really don't want the girls to keep dragging on this whole issue. She was like, listen, y'all need to learn how to be a girls because this is too much. Diamond is like, she needs to take out revenge for her wig because she shouldn't have tore up her wig like that. That was one of her favorite wigs. She had named that wig Ginger. Scotty is like, well, I like Tinka. I'm about to go over there and talk with her. I feel like maybe you should go over there and talk to her and see if we can let this whole situation go. So they walk over there to Tinka, and Scotty asks if everything that is going on with their beef have to stem from the audition. Tinka said the shit that happened at the audition she was fine with, she had let it go. But Diamond had went online and she had dropped a diss record on Tinka, and Tinka was not feeling that, and she was like, and on top of that, you can't even rap. Y'all, did y'all see that interview with Diamond and Tasha K? Diamond's a prostitute. I'm gonna let that marinate. Diamond says she's a professional, so I could punch you in your face today and be at the party with you later on tonight. It's not gonna stop nothing. Tinka says the only way she would let all this go is if Diamond just apologized for sneaking her and talking shit about her all online. Now Diamond, she's not gonna let this shit go. She's not mature enough to let it go. She don't really have nothing else going on to create another storyline, so she's gonna continue on with it. She's not about to apologize. She said, at the end of the day, you need to thank me for helping you get on the show. Okay, two things can be right at one time. Yes, if it probably wasn't for Diamond keeping up all this commotion, y'all would have been just two random girls that fought at the audition. Okay? But also, Diamond, at some point, you also got to see it from Tinka's point of view and be like, okay, girl, you did it. We got on the show. We fought. I got my lick back. Just because my lick back was a bigger lick back than what you did does not mean we're going to keep on fighting. Apologize. Say, yo, okay, I did it for us to get on the show. It really ain't no real problem. Y'all could hug it out and, let the shit go. That's all I want y'all to do because I'm tired. Tinka now feeling very disrespected by Diamond because, Diamond just going off on her, talking about her bleaching her skin, that she needs to bleach her eyelids, her mouth, and her knuckles. Y'all, while she was doing all that, I looked at her eyelids, her lips, and her damn knuckles because them shits is black. But Tinka said, I feel disrespected, so even if down the road from now, Diamond decides that she want to apologize, I'm not accepting it. So next up, we got Callie and Dia. Callie is talking about how she's feeling like an outcast at this point because of her conflict with Natalie, and nobody really wanted to fuck with her because of it. And you got to understand that we're all trying to get on this show. I don't want to feel like I'm being too cozy to the person that Natalie cannot stand. She was like, during her time with the replacement girls, she, really had built a little bond with them. They had all seemed really cool. So she was kind of confused when Jelly Bean had snuck her like that. Dia starts to talk about her fight with Gretchen and how Nunu came out of nowhere and snuck her from behind. And she felt like that was really lame of her and she should have fought her head on. Callie says none of that stuff that happened last night was personal. She feel like everybody was just fighting to be fighting. Everybody's trying to gain a spot on this show. Dia feels like this is Baddies Caribbean, and she's the only one on the cast that's actually from a Caribbean island. I did not realize that until she said it, and I was like, dang, all them girls y'all gave a ticket to, everyone that said, oh, I'm this, I'm that, came from an island, y'all gave a ticket to, and only one out of all those girls end up making it is kind of crazy. So she felt like because she's the only Caribbean girl on the show that her spot should be solidified, and that Nunu coming after her, fighting her for a spot is just a waste of damn time. And she feels like Nunu needs to apologize to her for sneaking her. Callie starts to talk about this nature walk that Natalie done set up. And she was like, she's ready to go out and then try something new because she's never been on a nature walk before. And she also want to take this time to talk to Natalie and see where things went left. Because she was like, I really don't have a problem with Natalie. I just feel that Natalie's getting older, and eventually she's got to pass on this torch, and who's a better person to pass it on than me? Now, eventually Natalie is going to age out of Baddies. She's going to have to figure something else out. Now, do I believe that Callie's going to be the next one up? No, I really don't. I feel like it might be Scotty. They might even hit us with a Uno wild card and give it a biggie. But it's definitely going to have to be one of those younger girls handling the Baddies torch. And I just don't feel like it's going to be you. Consider it a little bit of nepotism, if you will. So the next scene, we see all the girls loading up on their respective buses because it's now time for us to go to the nature walk. So in one van, we got Natalie, Sapphire, Scotty, Jayla, and Diamond. Y'all, why the whole time they're on the bus, all Diamond is doing is talking about Tinka and they beef and how she want to fight her and this and that. And y'all, them girls on that bus was uninterested. They did not want to keep hearing about that shit. Like, we want to have a good time. And it really had, like, made it real funny when Diamond kept talking. And at some point, the girls had kind of broke off on their own conversation. So, Diamond, you really talking to yourself. And when you had started to get loud with the conversation, they started screaming out, baddie, baddie, shot o'clock. Girl, read the room. Don't nobody give a fuck. On the other bus, we got Meatball, Tinka, Slim, and Dia. Tinka says if she has a problem with somebody, that she's going to make them real uncomfortable to be around her. And she said that's the reason why Diamond's going to want to apologize to me, because who's going to want her around? Nobody's going to respect you until you apologize to the baddest baddie of them all. First of all, you're not the baddest baddie of them all. Second of all, Diamond don't want to apologize, at least not until she fights you about 6 more times. Or until she feel like, I guess, she got revenge back for her wig. But I must say, y'all, somebody had found a check, had deposited a check in them girls' account, because the looks for the confessionals on this episode, they were eating down. So they get to the nature trail, and Natalie got to give her whole spiel of, oh, I want us to, make memories while we're here because everybody haven't been here before, and let's all have a good time on this nature walk and leave all the unfinished business behind. Then she starts to talk about how Biggie, Tesehki, Mariah, and Callie is not on the little nature trail with them today because they had decided to hang out with her ops, Tommie. So now this time she's going to split the girls up. In her group, she picked Sapphire, Diamond, and Tinka. I said, look at your ass already being messy straight out the gate. Scotty decides that she's going to pick Jayla, Dia, Slim, and Meatball. Because she was like, okay, all these people in this group, ain't nobody got no drama, so we can enjoy our nature trail. Because I was feeling like how Jayla was feeling. Don't y'all be on this nature trail cutting the fuck up with these animals roaming free like this, because y'all start cutting up and these animals start cutting up Hell the fuck no. I'll be running throughout that damn shit trying to get away from all of it. Bianca gets to be a group leader and she picks Aubrey. Aubrey, in her confessional, she gonna give us at least one. She was like, I'm not gonna leave like the Claremont twins. I can humble myself and let chicken noodle soup lead me down this nature trail, but I hope she can keep her spit to herself. I was like, not you down took 2 shots with 1 damn stone, Aubrey. Cause how the Claremont twins get in it? Did she also pick Gwendolyn and Jellybean? J.O. get her group. She picks Nunu, Kiva, and Heaven. Heaven is not feeling that because she was like, I already know y'all. I was hoping to, be in a group with some of the girls who already been here and get to know them and them get to know me because, Heaven got a strategy. Baby, I'm trying to get on the show. And to get on the show, I need to make sure, I'm liked by these girls so they going to pick me. I don't know how Natalie going to be choosing who gets to stay and who gets to go. So, Natalie, who's talking about how she don't want no drama on this trail, but you pick the 2 girls that have the biggest drama in the house right now with each other in your group is wild to me. But it's a Natalie type of thing. Natalie turned to Tinka and Diamond. She tells them how, she actually likes both of them and she wants this whole issue to end. And Sapphire was like, so is the whole issue all have to do with the auditions or are we past that? Is it something new? Because, y'all done fought 3 rounds already. Diamond says this have nothing to do with the auditions anymore. This all has to do with her tearing up her wig like that. Tinka is like, you snuck me first, and now you're mad because you snuck me. Make it make sense. Diamond says she will let everything go and apologize if they go another round. And Tinka is like, baby, I'm not about to keep fighting you. If you want me to fight you again, you're going to have to pay me to fight. So that's on that. So Diamond will let you got some money to draw. I guess it's the end of y'all fighting each other. Now, the replacement group, they was talking, but they really wasn't talking about nothing. They were just trying to figure out how they going to make their way into this house. And as the looks of how this episode is going and a sneak peek of the next episode, it looks like she just going to add y'all to the group. It don't look like nobody left. In the Bianca group, Aubrey asks how do the girls feel about, each situation at hand that happened. And she starts with the conversation with Gretchen. Gwendolyn feels like Gretchen is really cool. She said Gretchen is a Puerto Rican girl and she grew up in the hood. And, these people in the hood have allowed Gretchen to talk in that matter. And she was like how she feel like it's really weird that them girls are coming at her like that about the word. She said, y'all know good and well that girl not meaning that in a racist matter. It don't matter, baby. If I say stop saying it, don't say it. And we not going to keep talking about it. So she also gets into the whole thing about how she says it and she's Dominican and black. So somebody in the crowd, in the group, I don't know which one because they didn't have a camera on them. They was like, oh, so you're both. And she's like, well, really I'm black. And really that last statement that you made was not needed, Gwendolyn. If you're black, yeah, you say, and yeah, nobody has a problem with it. You're Afro-Latina. It's just, y'all. It's dumb. I don't want to continue to talk about it at all. Aubrey is in her confessional and she was like, this conversation on if we should give allowance to Gretchen to say the N-word is very uncomfortable. This would have never flew in my era, and it really wouldn't. It really wouldn't. Not so boldly, but nothing. Was DJ Khaled her era too? Because at one point in time, DJ Khaled was saying it, but I don't think people really knew what the hell a DJ Khaled was during that time. And I think by the time they did realize it, I don't remember DJ Khaled saying it anymore, but correct me if I'm wrong down there in that comment section. But I do remember at one point in time, like in the early 2000s towards like the 2010s, you would have, some of those rap girlies who was white, who will be singing in their music. And I remember people coming for them like heavy about it. And I want to say at one point in time, Mariah Lynn was saying the N word, and people had to correct her, and she stopped saying it. So, some people, they get it. I don't know, depending on how hard the pushback is for them. Some stop immediately, some try to justify it, but eventually they all just stop saying it. And I feel like, Gretch, to speed up the storyline, you can stop saying it starting now. Ivory tells Gwendolyn, like, hey, listen, it wasn't like those girls jumped on her when it first slipped her lip. When it first slipped out her lip, they asked her, hey, can you please not say it? We don't want you saying that word. Instead of, just stop saying it or explain herself to them, she said she didn't give a fuck and continued to call each one of them girls the N-word in their face. And, after that, then they had to beat their ass. Now, in Scotty's group, who is having more of a peaceful time, they start to talk about, the replacement girls and them doing a big one and gunning for people's spots, or whose spots do they feel like they're going to take. Jayla was like, I feel like it's going to be one of you new girls because we have been on TV before. The audience know who we are. We're pretty solid in our stance. Y'all have to watch out for yourselves. So in the middle of the conversation, Meatball was like, yeah, Jayla, I just want to ask you, what's your problem with Biggie? So Jayla, who's over this situation with Biggie, it's like, really, you want to talk about that? And so Scotty's like, oh boy, I really thought I had the calm group. She was like, yeah, because why would you pick on Biggie? Why would you not pick on somebody your own size? Like, Biggie ain't no fighter. So Jayla let her know, like, I don't give a damn. She was like, first of all, learn both sides of the story before you come up with your own conclusion on what's going on. That's for one. Two, I did not tell Biggie we was cool after I beat her up that first time. I never told her that. So Biggie telling Meatball that, oh, we were cool and now we sneaking each other. No. That's crazy. That's not what I said. And so she was like, but Biggie ain't no fire. She's like, I don't care. If you get online and you say you gonna slap me, be ready to stand on that. Because I'm gonna address you and say to slap me. Do it then. So Meatball's like, you want to pick on Biggie? You want to pick on Biggie? Why don't you pick on somebody like me? I'm big. Pick on me. I'm trying to figure out how Meatball not watched the show before. Because the second season of Baddies, Jayla fought Rolly. And Rolly was not the slim, thick Rolly that she is now. Rolly was the big roly-poly-oly back then. Two, she fought Biggie, and Biggie's bigger than you. So I'm not sure what the concept was, and I'm not sure why everybody online trying to spin this narrative that, oh, if it would have been Biggie, Jayla would have been swung on her. Yeah, of course I would have, because I already got an issue with you, and now you getting in my face. Baby, I will swing on you because you already know it's up between us. But I feel like Jayla was having a little reserve, like, girl, who are you? You don't even know me. And you stepping to me like, let me give you a chance to collect yourself before you wreck yourself type of vibes. But is Jayla scared of a damn Meatball? Not even a little bit. And that's how the episode ends off. This episode was weak as hell. We could have cut off all this middle part. We could have started off with, had us a little more Tommie time instead of doing all the little breakup into the groups, discussing last night's issue. I'm tired of that, and it's too many of y'all now, so I really don't need us to have like 5-6 different conversations over the recap. We could have cut that out. We could have cut out Diamond and Tinka because we sick of that, most importantly. And we could have gave Jayla and Meatball part a little more time. We had a lot more time we could have gave them if we would have cut out some of that other stuff. That's just my opinion. But if you made it to the end of the video, I do appreciate you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Drop down in that comment section. Are y'all tired of the Gretch storyline? Should we just send Gretch ass home? Are y'all tired of Diamond talking about Tinka? And should she find her new storyline? And do you see she want to fight Dia and Down Slim because they friends with Tinka and it's on Tinka's side? Girl, get a life. But until next time, bye guys.